Hello everybody, welcome to the Geekdom. Today I have a rant in response to a comment that I received on my video, Why I Identify as a Geek, and the fact that it's like a compliment makes it that much worse because it just shows you how normalized it is, and it's very, very insulting as well as disturbing. So let's take a look at this comment. You are not a geek or a nerd. We are not that lucky to have such a beautiful lady like you among us. Nice video. So you can tell right away that it's not meant to be an insult. And just that's why it kind of makes it like that much worse. And I'll like explain it a little bit later. But first of all, I just opened up to you guys in that video more so than I usually do. And it was something that I felt needed to get out there, and I felt, to share my experience as a geek and to share why I so feel like it's ingrained in my life, why it's so important to me. I kind of started to capture that. And so for you to say that I'm not after I just explained that I was, first of all, is calling me a liar, which is an insult within itself. And second, it's assuming that you have the authority to tell me what I can identify as. Um, and you're trying to take away my identity by telling me that I'm something that I'm not, or that I can't assume something that I am. So, you're trying to take away my identity, which you have no authority to do. Um, and that's really, really insulting and wrong. And also, based on your logic, you are calling all people who identify as geek ugly, and that if they are attractive, that they aren't really geeks or nerds. And so you're not only insulting me, you're insulting everybody. Um, and also, this is I don't want to say argument, but it's a mechanism used very, very commonly against women who already have a harder time establishing themselves in the geekdom, to disregard us, that we're not really geeks. What are we, like, things to look at? What are we, just not capable of being part of the geekdom because we're beautiful? Well, what is that? What does beauty have to do with being a part of the geekdom? And I had a very specific definition that I explained and expressed in that video, and physical appearance has nothing to do with it. Just like I went on like a little mini rant about how social awkwardness has nothing to do with being a geek or a nerd, the same with physical appearance. It's a stupid, tired argument that is really insulting to everyone, because it's either calling someone ugly, or it's telling someone that they're something that they're not, or telling someone that they're not something that they are. And I do see it commonly used to disregard women and say they're not geeks, but of course physical appearance can apply to everyone. So I want to ask the attractive men out there that identify with the geekdom if they've ever been accused of being too attractive or too beautiful or too handsome to be part of the geekdom, or a geekdom, or something that they just associate with that doesn't even have to be a geek or nerd or anything. It just, have they ever been called too attractive to do what they do or identify with what they identify with? Um, there's Larry Williams, who I don't know if he identifies as a geek. Um, so I just know that he's very attractive, and I would assume that he's into the geekdom, but of course I can't assume someone else's identity. So he's a very attractive man. I wonder if he's ever been accused of being too attractive to do what he does. There's Mr. Rapsion, who I know identifies as a geek. I wonder if he's ever been accused of being too attractive to do what he does. And so it's really just insulting, and it applies to everyone. I know so many beautiful people who identify as geeks and nerds and whatever, and they express it in so many different ways, and it's part of why I want to identify as a geek, because there are so many just lovely people, bright people, intelligent people, nice people, just beautiful in so many ways, than more than just physical appearance. Although a lot of them have that too. All of them have beautiful aspects, and um, I can't see ugliness in a single one of them. So I think this is just terrible, to assume that I'm something and to try to take away my identity like that, and also to insult everyone else by pretty much saying that they're ugly or that they're too attractive to do something that they want to do. And I do know this is a hard thing for women, that women have to go through. Um, Men don't have to assert their part of the geekdom as much as women do, although there's always this stupid you have to prove yourself kind of initiation thing that some geeks try to make you go through, which is terrible. But men usually don't have to do it based on looks. Women do. Um, and so if you're like too beautiful, you're assumed, oh, you can't be a geek, which is just, it's disgusting. And I don't care if you meant it as a compliment, because it's very insulting on multiple registers, and I can't even begin to explain how insulted I am. So, anyways, tell me your guys. I'm pretty sure tell me your guys is so improper, but tell me your stories, and if you've ever had to deal with something like this. I'm sure that it's just an issue everyone has to deal with, because everyone has a certain attractiveness about them, and so I ever wonder if they have to deal with something like this. And then not to mention that the media and society plays a big part in what's beautiful. So I'm sure a lot of people have been called ugly, according to what society deems as ugly, when in reality they're not. And just because they are ugly, they have been insulted. Um, and so I want to know everyone's story, no matter where you fall into this category, because I feel very, very insulted. So thank you for your time. That's the end of my rant. Bye.